the first charitable international online lottery. Gambling is one of the foremost forms of entertainment in the country, and lotteries are among its most popular vehicles. Things are really busting out in the online gambling world. MGM, for instance, wants to become a major online casino. To do that, MGM is offering to buy an online casino for $607 million. MGM is purchasing that online casino because it thinks that it cannot run an online casino in the USA. On that point, MGM is wrong. We can do everything that MGM is paying $607 million to be able to do on our federal enclaved lighthouse for just $1 million. This offering creates the first international charitable online lottery to operate from the United States. Here, a charity would be operating the first charitable online lottery and become one of only 9 online lotteries in the United States altogether. It would be the first online lottery truly designed to sell across the entire United States as well as internationally. While the location of the online lottery is the Delaware Bay, its service area is the entire United States and indeed the entire world. There are no practical competitors, nor will there be many in the future. There are only a few operating federal enclave offshore lighthouses in the United States in private hands, and none are operated for profit. Virtually all lighthouses that are not owned by the federal government are owned by charities. What makes the lighthouse investment interesting and intriguing is that it is both a federal enclave and also actually quite close to shore for access. So it is far enough away to be out of sight and mind. As a federal enclave, it is exempt from state regulation. Being on a 10-acre plot of water, the lighthouse has quite a bit of room for expansion of its activities. The business operation. The historic 14-foot bank lighthouse in Delaware Bay would be leased to the charity for 1% of its gross from the operation of an international online lottery. The lottery would pay between 60 to 65% of the ticket sales and prizes, which is the same amount or higher than that paid in state lotteries. The charity would then pay the states the same percentage it receives each year from its own lottery for the sale of its paper tickets made to its residents, so the charity would not be in competition with any state. Funds, about 10%, will be used by the charity to pay its expenses, and then taxes, and whatever is left goes for its charitable activities. The online ticket sales could reach $1 billion a year, with a rent of $10 million for each billion in tickets sold. Our main objective is to run a full line of online international lottery offerings. Eventually, we would offer our services to Powerball and other lottery games as well. We would have the ability to offer Powerball both national as well as international sales of their lottery tickets. These sales are something that it presently does not have at its disposal, as none of the 8 states presently selling online lottery tickets sell those tickets to players outside their states. Likewise, we would be acting as a de facto national online lottery for every country which does not have a lottery. The charity would be generating the same income for the country as if it was running an online lottery themselves. As such, countries would be receiving the same benefit for no cost, which is essentially free money to them. This online lottery is a win for everyone. Winners get 65% of the ticket sales, the states and foreign governments get 25% of the ticket sales made to their residents, the rent to us 1%, and another 1% for operating expenses. The state of Delaware and the U.S. Treasury gets taxes of about 50% on the profits, which is about 5% gross as unrelated business income for the charity. Finally, the remainder, which is about 4% of the gross, would be the charity's after-tax money for it to use for its charitable purposes. Thus, this charitable online lottery is clearly a win for all.